This year, SiGMA's flagship European event is making a grand shift to the historic and vibrant city of Rome. In this episode, we're diving into what this means for the industry and for you. Get ready for an exclusive look at Alea's impactful presence at SiGMA Central Europe 2025, including an insightful conversation with Alea's visionary founder. Plus, we're giving you a sneak peek at the action-packed agenda waiting for you in Rome and practical tips to help you navigate the eternal city like a pro. I'm Cyrielle Delmas, and this is your exclusive preview of why 2025 will be remembered as the year the industry's center of gravity shifted to Rome.
Roma, la città eterna. Per oltre 2000 anni è stato il centro dell'arte, della storia e della civiltà occidentale. E a novembre 2025 Roma sarà l'epicentro della più grande rivoluzione digitale nell'iGaming. Ecco 5 cose che probabilmente non conosci di quello che accadrà a Roma dal prossimo novembre. Questo è il primo evento SiGMA in Italia, primo in assoluto. E sinceramente, quale posto migliore per il nostro debutto italiano se non qui, a Roma, dove la storia incontra il futuro del business. Arriveranno oltre 30.000 delegati da ogni angolo del pianeta. Pensiamoci bene, tutte le menti più brillanti della gaming mondiale arriveranno qui in Italia e Roma sarà la capitale europea dell'innovazione. Blockchain, cripto, iGaming, programmi di affiliazione. Tutto questo convergerà qui, nella città che sa come conquistare il mondo. 550 speaker esperti arriveranno da tutto il mondo in 4 giorni. Ma ecco che la cosa si fa ancora più interessante perché non parleremo solo di business. Porteremo a Roma la leggenda dell'opera, il maestro Plácido Domingo, in un concerto esclusivo. Eh sì, ci sono feste, ma non feste qualsiasi, ma veri e propri ricevimenti su terrazze panoramiche, sulla città di Roma. Cene esclusive e serata di premiazione. Tutto questo non è solo networking, tutto questo è Roma, tutto questo è SiGMA World Central Europe. Ecco, ma la vera domanda è: quando l'industria del gaming scriverà un nuovo capitolo, quando si deciderà il futuro digitale dell'Europa, quando la storia incontrerà l'innovazione, tu, al SiGMA Central Europe, a Roma, dal 3 al 6 novembre, ci sarai? Noi sì.
Marit, you're the head of communications and PR at Alea. Tell us, what can we expect from Alea's presence at SiGMA Central Europe 2025?
Well, this year SiGMA comes to Rome for the very first time, and it's going to be bigger than ever. So here at Alea, we wanted to match that energy. We're obviously showcasing like our iGaming aggregation. This is what we do and what we do best. It's secure, it's built for performance. But more than anything, we're trying to bring something a little bit different so that our booth experience is as much about the people as it is about the technology. On day one, on Monday, before SiGMA even begins, we are treating all our clients to an exclusive golf tournament where the 2023 Ryder Cup was played. That's going to be in itself something very special. We have got the SiGMA iGathering on the Wednesday night right before the closing party, which we're co-sponsoring because we think that it is all about getting all those connections and putting our value in our partners.
Definitely. And how do you see your participation in this conference fostering new partnerships for Alea?
So SiGMA, for me, like these conferences, but SiGMA particularly, is really all about connections. Like being here in Rome will give us a chance to meet new operators and studios face to face, especially when we're like moving into sort of the Central European and the Eastern market, which is sort of one of like our main markets. It's all about trust. This industry is small. It is very easy to see brands and say that we are better than anyone else, but to actually meet the people and actually have these conversations where like partnerships go beyond transactions, collaborations that last and they build on sort of reliability and trust.
And Alea is full of surprises. You always have such an amazing booth at every event. What exciting or unexpected experiences can visitors look forward to at your booth this year?
So we wanted to do something a little bit memorable. And also we have had lots of people calling back for it. And we are happy to say that we will be having both a hyperbaric chamber for longer sessions as well as an oxygen bar. These kind of complement each other beautifully. The hyperbaric chamber allows you to have meetings for longer sessions for 10, 20 minutes, where you get like this whole feeling of refreshness because you get like 90% oxygen at all time. The oxygen bar, this is where you can sit down, grab a cocktail, grab a friend, grab one of our many, many people at our booth who will be more than happy to talk to you, whether or not like you're a partner, and just have a quick hit of like just a hit of refreshment, peppermint.
What's an oxygen bar? Can you walk us through?
So an oxygen bar is a row of bottles that you will see at our booth, incredibly colorful. Each one of those bottles has a different scent. So you've got spearmint for like focus, you've got cinnamon for like relaxations, you've got orange for like clarity. And you just single use, you put a sort of a thing around your face, which is just allows you to have the oxygen straight through to your system. It is just bringing through our sort of core value of like looking after ourselves, looking after our partners, because at a conference where it's so easy to sort of overindulge and like
feel overwhelmed
have so many different meetings and you get tired. That sort of like slight boost of oxygen is just it's like a hug to the brain.
So a different scent for each feeling and emotion, right?
Right.
Very exciting.
Calm and bring down, or if you actually need that extra focus and a little pep, there's a different scent for every mood and for whatever you need.
Amazing. Marit, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in Rome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Rome awaits this November, and getting around has never been easier. Whether you're arriving from the airport or exploring the city's historic heart, we've got your journey covered. Here's how to navigate the Eternal City smoothly all the way to SiGMA Central Europe.
We can't wait to welcome you to the Eternal City this November. Rome is always in high demand, so be sure to book your stay early as hotels across the city are filling up fast. For ultimate convenience, consider staying at one of the excellent hotels near Fiera Roma itself, just 5 minutes away from the airport. Prefer the charm of the city center? No problem. There are plenty of easy transport options to and from Fiera Roma. 30 shuttle buses will run continuously between Fiera Roma and city key points from 7:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., bridging the event with the energy of Rome. From the comfort of the taxi's direct routes, you catch glimpses of the city as it breathes, alive with history. The pulse of the city, the rhythm of its people. Public transport is the lifeblood of Rome, a shared journey. Efficient and swift, the train glides through the heart of Rome, a passage through time, from ancient to modern. Three paths, one destination. All roads lead to Rome, and all roads lead to SiGMA Central Europe.
Now that you know your way around, let's dive into what awaits you at the heart of the event. My next guest is none other than the founder of Alea and a powerhouse in the gaming world. Alexandre Tomic shares his thoughts on SiGMA Central Europe's strategic move to Italy. Take a look. Alex, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Cyrielle.
Alea has been a SiGMA partner since day one. What does it mean to you personally and professionally to see the flagship European event moving to Rome?
So you're right, since day one. And I remember the first booth we had. When Herman pitched us, nobody believed in him. They were looking at him as a guy who was organizing parties, you know, in the 22 and this kind of parties. And nobody was taking him seriously, and especially not Mix back in time. And I remember with my good old friend Alex Stevendal from Video Slot. It's a funny thing, actually. 2 nights ago, I was in my bed. It was midnight, and Herman sent me a video call, and he was with Alex at Tiffany's. He'd say, "Hey, come and join us." I'm sorry, guys, I'm already in bed. I'm too old for that. So with Alex Stevendal, we shared a booth. So back in time, I had a casino called Slots Million. Alex had Video Slots. Everybody believed it was the same thing because we were sharing a booth together at SiGMA during the first year. So yes, we definitely were here since year one, and we did every SiGMA show in Malta. Not all of them around the world, but because there's so many today, but we do basically, 80% of the shows. Now, seeing SiGMA leaving Malta, not literally, because we're still in Malta here now today, and SiGMA Med Europe was held in Malta, but the flagship show of SiGMA leaving Malta is a little bit like a pinch to the heart, because SiGMA and Malta fed from each other. SiGMA was born in Malta, Malta made SiGMA, and SiGMA made Malta. When you see the last event we had in November, which was the last big SiGMA event in November, the island couldn't even sustain SiGMA. You couldn't find an hotel room, you couldn't find a table in a restaurant. It was very hard to go from your hotel to the show, and the show back to the hotel. So SiGMA had to move because the island couldn't sustain the show anymore because it grew so much. However, yes, and SiGMA, as you know, stands as an acronym for I don't know what, Malta at the end, you know. So people may not know that, and they may think that SiGMA means just SiGMA, but SiGMA is an acronym, and the MA at the end stands for Malta. So it's a little bit pinched to the heart, but it's a natural growth. And on the other side, Med Europe is here, and I'm sure that Med Europe was already an excellent show this year, much better than Budapest last year. I need to say that. And I'm sure the next year it's even going to grow even bigger. And some big players that we didn't see this year, maybe they were afraid a little bit. They got cold feet, new show in Malta, CIS, Malta doesn't make sense. And actually, I'm sure they're going to be here next year because this show was a real success.
Let's bring this back to Rome and specifically Italy. So Italy represents Europe's second largest gambling market, but it's only with 25% that's currently online. So that's a massive 12 billion euro market that's to be unlocked. How do you see SiGMA's move to Rome catalyzing this transformation?
So first of all, it's a incredibly strategic move. I mean, just because of what you've said now about the Italian market, we need, I'm just going to rephrase what you said because everything is already in your question. We need to unlock that market. I mean, there's a huge pool of players, and we don't have access to them. So we need to go into that market, definitely. And I think that the fact that SiGMA is having his flagship show in Rome is a very, very good thing. And it's definitely a market that as Alea we're looking into.
And artificial intelligence is everywhere in our industry's conversations. So where are you seeing real practical applications that are actually moving the needle for operators?
AI is like sex. The more you talk about it, the less you do. And everybody talks about it. Nobody does anything. And it's not just in our industry, it's in every industry. And we also see that LLM's model are very fluid. We see a lot of problematics with LLMs. They're evolving, but the more they evolve, the more we see that what we thought was amazing was completely broken. Okay, hallucinations, for example. So hallucination seems like a big word, and people are thinking, what does it mean? What does it mean when an AI hallucinates? It's not that it hallucinates. It's just that you ask a question to an AI, and it answers you or gives you a report or whatever, being very confident about it when it knows shit. So basically, all the information it gives you is wrong. And the AI gives it, and you challenge it. Are you sure that they had a 200% growth during the past 6 months? Yeah, I've read all the reports, etc. Well, now, I've been on the internet myself. I consulted the report, and it was not 200% growth. Actually, it was a 20% loss. Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. I didn't access the right information. So the more we go into the AI, the more we see that AI is doing amazing things in video, for example, content creation. There's a lot of beautiful things that are coming out, but it's not intelligent. It's not smart. It looks very smart, but it's not that smart. If you think
it's not always accurate.
And it's not always accurate. But what I want to explain is, if you look at the probability wheels, and now, so when you hear or when you read what it says, it looks like magic. But if you think about the probability wheels, the 2 hours in bed without moving, you're not sleeping, okay, what you're doing, you're watching a movie. That's not rocket science. And you went to bed alone because otherwise you would have a spike of heart rate. It's not rocket science, it's just probability. It's decision tree, probability wheel, prediction. It's a predictive model, okay? There's nothing crazy about it. So just to get back to your question, there are companies that are saying that are doing something, okay? And to be honest, we are doing something, but it's R&D. We're in the phase of research and development. So we are working with Gemini because it's part of the Google suite. We are completely integrated with Google. We have our BIs and the Looker. Looker now has Gemini completely included inside. So we don't have to do all the work of integrating, for example, OpenAI API within Looker, which would have been very complex. In order to extract the data, we just use the existing synergy in the Google suite, which is Looker, which has been acquired by Google 5 years ago, Gemini, put them together, and now we say, okay, GGR means bet minus win. We just have to train it a little bit. And we are having very exciting results. No product for the moment. I think in 6 to 9 months, we will be able to pull out something.
And as a leader who's built a company based on employee well-being, so saunas, communal meals, hyperbaric chambers, what qualities do you think separate effective leaders from operational managers in this industry?
The quick answer would be that the manager is going to try to extract most value from you as an employee. Basically, you're a lemon, and he's going to make a lemonade out of you.
And what does the leader do?
And I think that what the leader does is the leader is looking after you. The leader is looking after you because the leader believes that you are, I say it many times, and I'm sorry for repeating myself, but as an employee, you are part of his tribe. He is part of the tribe. He is the highest ranked member of the tribe. It's not his tribe. The tribe doesn't belong to me. As I'm the founder of Alea, I don't have an operational role anymore, but even if I had, the tribe doesn't belong to me. It belongs to Alea. I represent Alea. I represent a bigger persona than who I am. People are not working for me, they work for Alea. And I work for Alea. I serve Alea, and they serve Alea. So what the leader does, I believe, and I don't want to state that I am one. That's would be something that people would say about you that you couldn't say about yourself, is that you are serving the people so they can serve the one that you are serving to, which is in that case Alea. I am serving them so they can serve the company. I look into their well-being because I believe that they are the most important cycle. The first cycle is the employees, the second cycle is the customer, and the third cycle are the suppliers or the partners, which leads me to this statement that also I've done so many times, is that your employees are more important than your customers. And someone corrected me and said, no, you should say as important as. And I'm sorry, no, they're more important than your customers. And you can say it in front of your customers and explain them that if you wouldn't give that place to your employees, they couldn't serve you customers as good as they do it.
Absolutely.
Why you have this very specific treatment with us, it's because our employees feel that they are taken care of, and they take care of you as they are taken care of. And this is crucial to understand. It's very important. You can look it as in a humanistic way, or you can look at it in a very pragmatic way, like karma, I would say. You wouldn't hurt someone because you think it's not good, or you wouldn't hurt someone because you really believe that karma is going to hit you back, like out of fear or because you want the good reward of karma. Whatever are the reasons why you do it, you should do it, and it works. I mean, it's very important to take care of the people that are the closest to you. It's so many layers into that story, and I'm going to just try to touch upon another one, which is, okay, they're crafting the products with their little hands, you know. They are selling the products with their enthusiasm. But there's also something else that is happening if you believe in the power of manifestation. If you manage to sell them the story, the dream, even if they wouldn't touch the product with their hands, the fact that you're the only one trying to manifest something, I want the company to grow, whatever, or you have 100 people that are doing the same thing. It's the same difference between one believer on one side and an entire cult. You have 100 people believing that this must work. And it's even harder in our industry, and you need to be very clear about it, because then you're just going to talk shit and lies. We are not an industry that is providing something, let's say, meaningful to society. Okay, we don't heal people. We bring entertainment. At best, we could say that in exchange of a little bit of money. It's not just entertainment like Netflix. There is gambling behind. I believe gambling is sacred. There is something sacred in the nature of gambling. You know, when you enter a game, and through the proxy of money, when you're wounded in the game, you're wounded in real life, or when you're victorious in the game, you're victorious in real life. It means something very special and very sacred. But us, as the provider of or organizer of that, we need to be careful, because it's a little bit, it's like the priest who comes between the believer and God. I'm sorry to get a little bit metaphysical here. We should try as much as we can to not be the house playing against the player, or if we are in that position, to be very careful to not rip off the player. I prefer the position where, like in poker, where I'm just taking a stake on between two players. So it's a P2P game, and I'm in between, and I take a little part of what they bet in between each other. But I will try to avoid to have them bet against me, because then I substitute myself to the luck, chance, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And I don't want that. I don't want to play against the player.
Mm. Where do you see the biggest challenges and opportunities in iGaming in the coming 2-3 years?
AI, definitely. New game mechanics, like always. Sometimes they are ghosts from the past, like crash games. I've interviewed David Natoshvili a couple of months ago, and I have a lot of respect for what this gentleman has achieved in 5 years. He started 2020 during COVID. I don't remember the numbers now, but they're making a tremendous amount of money. 1 year before they launched Aviator, SmartSoft launched Jetix, so they were not the first one. When I entered the industry in 2004, there was already crash games, nobody were playing them. Okay, nobody were, and this guy, I don't know what they reinvented the style, the genre, or whatever you call it, and they made something out of it. So, new game mechanics, that could be, you may not have to reinvent the wheel, mm-hmm. Okay, and AI. And if you blend that together, you can have something very, very interesting. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, completely.
Alex, thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you in Rome.
Yes, thank you for having me.
From high-level diplomacy to show floor innovation, SiGMA Central Europe kicks off in style. From fine wine tastings to luxury yacht cruises, curated for premium and platinum ticket holders. Later, connect with fellow delegates at the welcome reception, the perfect way to start meaningful conversations before the action begins. Top of the evening at the prestigious SiGMA B2B Awards, an invitation-only gala celebrating excellence in gaming, complete with a curated dinner and top-tier networking. Day 1, the show floor opens with a powerful lineup of exhibitors. Explore 4 stages focused on frontier tech and payment experts, affiliate leaders, people partners and performance, and regulatory briefing, giving you the tools to shape your journey your way. Don't miss the SiGMA Startup Pitch, where inspiring entrepreneurs compete live, pitching their game-changing ideas to a panel of expert investors. Day 1 also brings another highlight, the SiGMA B2C Awards, recognizing the industry's boldest players and brightest ideas. As the evening unfolds, continue building high-value relationships at the exclusive iGathering dinner designed for relaxed networking among industry leaders, or join us at the invite-only C-suite networking reception. Day 2, as the conference continues with a full day of exhibitors, engaging panels, and the inspiring AIBC Startup Pitch, the spotlight shifts to an evening of unforgettable experiences. Prepare for an iconic night as opera legend Plácido Domingo takes the stage for a breathtaking performance held at the majestic Auditorium della Conciliazione, just steps from St. Peter's Basilica. This once-in-a-lifetime concert blends cultural grandeur with musical mastery. Prefer a more intimate setting? Join us for an evening of networking at the iGathering dinner, or at the invite-only C-suite reception. Day 3 marks the final day of the conference with more industry-focused panels and exhibitors. But don't go just yet. Connections will spark across the aisles with recap meetings and handshakes, sealing collaborations that go well beyond Fiera Roma. And as the day comes to an end, the conversation doesn't stop. Join us for the iGathering dinner, a final chance to connect, reflect, and celebrate everything we've built together. SiGMA Central Europe 2025 lands in Rome from the 3rd to the 6th of November. See you there!